if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss, predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family, the Anoa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the Sacred Blood Bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 270.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia. Versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner. These are two shoulders down.
Easily kicks out of that one. Just using the cover to drain out some energy. That's one way to bring your opponent to their feet. Oh, nasty.
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows, maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime. Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the Animal.
Oh, man, taking it to the trachea.
Grabbing a hold of their opponent face first into the cage. No. Oh, ouch. Boom. It's like a brick wall running into you. Oh, no, getting in position. What's he planning to do here?
After everything he's been through, will he give it? And does he? Yes, he counters. I can't believe he got out of that. Peter Maivia turns that around.
The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steel to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia is prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon.
We've seen that Steel isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia. So he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole, but think about how these men prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who's game planned for this stipulation. And Steel, well, I think he just shows up to the arena and asks who he's fighting.
George Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steel's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage. Taking flight! Oof, nobody home. No,
Can he put it away? Not even a one count there.
I think this ref might be a little slow on the count. Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Ooh, clobbered with a double axe handle.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui. To the sky!
Oh man, he landed rough there.
Oh man! Stalking his prey, ready to strike.
Shoulder right to the knee. Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
In a vulnerable position here, caution is paramount.
Gonna scale the cage wall now.
Oof.
Countering that offense.
Ooh.
Ooh. He just got sent flying off the cage. What a setback. The impact alone has to have done permanent damage. The ultimate test of balance here.
Oh, no.
No, 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 no!
Absolutely insane!
I can't believe it.
Peter Maivia has something brewing. Backbreaker.
George is laid out. Ooh.
George Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
Oh, he timed that counter well.
He's in a bad place. This is where it could all end for him. Oh my gosh, what impact!
Maivia just dominated the animal with that one.
He wants it one more time.
Breaker. Does Peter Maivia have this sewn up?
Uh-oh. Camel clutch locked in, agonizing submission hold.
This is locked in deep.
Look at the agony. We could be nearing the end.
Camel clutch applied. They're not going to last long here.
Wait. The grip is broken.
She could airline miles for that.
Gentlemen, we touched on the differences between my... Hold on a second. Could be a matter of time. Submission being locked in.
Targeting the arm, holding on for dear life. Looking to break or snap something here. Able to punch his way out. Take him out at the knee.
The cage door's being open. Can he escape?
Uh-oh.
He's just walking right out of the cage. No one even trying to...
He's struggling to get out of the cage. This isn't going to be a walk in the park.
Back and forth. These two go near the exit. Only going to take one misstep to end things.
And there it is. He's in. And the High Chief defeats the Animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia!
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring Finals.
The following is the final match in the Queen of the Ring Tournament. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
I cannot wait to witness what unfolds here. The irresistible force has been on a tear recently.
And Nia believes the crowd already belongs to her. Will Jax's menacing presence and sheer power be too much for Valkyria to overcome? Or can
Lyra Valkyria fancies herself a Morrigan, which is an Irish goddess of war. As they were on the battlefield, they used to take the shape of ravens to fly around and decide who would live and who would die. That is what Lyra Valkyria is bringing to the ring here tonight.
And her opponent, from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria may have read a little too much fantasy in her day.
And it's all come down to this. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Sent outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Short arm clothesline.
Lyra Valkyria, one of the best technical wrestlers in NXT Women's Division history.
But the game is about so much more than technique. It's about experience and timing, knowing when to tap into certain parts of your psyche. Nia knows this, and we've seen it for years.
The big question is, does Lyra? And Valkyria expected that. The count's going. This one will be over if she doesn't get back in the ring. Breaks the count by getting back in time.
Stop to the gut. Kick to the gut. Taking the wind out with a stomp to the solar plexus. You know she's thinking she can end it all here. Anything can happen in WWE. It used to be a tagline, but it's the truth. And Lyra Valkyria is living it.
Over the last 12 months, Lyra has already knocked off the likes of Becky Lynch and Io Sky, but she's never faced anyone the size of Jax. This is a first for her career.
Draped across the top rope.
Clubbing forearm.
She is slow to get up, and she won't be able to evade what's coming.
Clothesline. I think she's looking to end things here.
Says she feels alive every time she
On the apron.
sliding back in under the ropes here.
I think we're about to see a masterful pinning combination.
Oh my.
Oh wow, this could be a victory.
And she's not done yet.
Impressive to not even allow a 2 count at this juncture.
Corey, what do you think is going to be the key in this match for Nia Jax? She's certainly made plenty of promises when it comes to being queen of the ring.
What Nia brings to the dance, Cole, is raw power, the likes of which you rarely see from most men, let alone women. Nia has absolutely no problem using that power, and the same goes for her throwing her weight around in the ring. Lyra Valkyria might just learn that the hard way tonight.
Each woman here has had a tough road to become a Queen of the Ring finalist. Every matchup in this bracket has been a toss-up.
Valkyria knocked off former women's champion Io Sky earlier this week, but Nia's had an even tougher challenge. 2 great former champions in the form of Naomi and Bianca Belair.
Even more impressive than that, she handed Jade Cargill her first WWE loss.
Granted, Corey, that was a disqualification victory for Jax. I'd say there's still some unfinished business between Nia and Jade.
The apron. Look out below!
Jax with the irresistible offense.
And the irresistible force is really keeping Valkyria grounded here.
And at this point, Nia just punishing Lyra.
This is exactly the pace the irresistible force likes.
By the hair, whipped across the ring.
Right? That move had the amount of force akin to a natural disaster.
ticking away. Punch connects.
Nia Jax throws a hard punch.
Lyra only finds herself on the defensive.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here.
Brought down with a DDT. Russian leg sweep. Not done there.
And heavy hands to follow.
Able to make a timely escape.
This is going to be nasty. Oh, the leg breaker.
Kick to the back.
And now Valkyria looks in control.
Yeah, Lyra is just unloading on Nia at this point. She better hurry or she'll get counted out. She gets back in the ring before the count. This match will continue.
Lyra Valkyria powering up her opponent.
And now down with a Nightwing.
Now Valkyria needs to end this.
Unbelievable. Kick out at one.
Unbelievable, more like inhuman.
Is there still enough left to try that maneuver again? Or is her coming?
Middle rope, missile drop.
With the target.
Nia's getting picked apart here.
And Lyra's found a way to really frustrate Nia Jax.
The lariat.
She is trying to shake the cobwebs, but she can barely stand. Oh, man.
And it appears that the crowd is now within reach for Jax.
Well, if you didn't see things going this way, you're a fool. A brick wall running into you.
Heavy double axe handle.
Big elbow drop. And Nia Jax has Lyra right where she wants her.
This could be over right here. Powerbomb. Can Lyra Valkyria survive this?
Get this back into the ring now.
Oh, man, just punishing. Many in the WWE Universe getting their first look at Lyra Valkyria. She's only had 3 main roster matches so far, and they were all in this tournament.
Big wins over Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky over the last 3 weeks. That's an extremely impressive start for Lyra.
Wow. Undefeated for 3 weeks? When Nia Jax joined the main roster, she didn't lose a match for over 7 months. And Jax has stayed that dominant for years. DDT! Covered. We have a cover.
Still only got 1.
These 1 counts are going to get harder and harder to kick out of. And she's set right into that corner.
In just a matter of minutes, we'll have our second queen of the ring. The first, of course, being Zelina Vega.
But you've got to believe that Zelina will want a shot at whichever woman wins this. She beat the woman now known as Piper Niven that night, so you know Queen Zelina can strike down an enemy of any size. Brought in the hard way. She's locked in, about to go for the kill.
Got her with quite the shot there.
Oh, man. And I think that just busted her open.
Golly. Nia is just cornering Valkyria. Jax abusing Lyra, showing no mercy. I think it's a preview.
Check out this power. Military press way up there. Military. Press slam. Getting back to her feet, but maybe only for a moment. Gets driven into the corner. Bad sight here, dangling helpless in the corner. Stuck in the tree of woe. They are doing whatever they please.
Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes into every match thinking she hasn't won.
But when you have this business in your blood like Nia does, that confidence is genetic.
But ever since the Irresistible Force returned to WWE 8 months ago, her confidence has been on another level.
And she's gaining even more confidence as this match progresses. Jax may just be unstoppable now.
Nia Jax, so powerful, so dominant.
Samoan drop. Annihilating offense from Nia Jax.
Valkyria needs to figure things out.
Nia Jax is doing whatever. Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night. Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE and Triple H going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax, officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new Queen.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, you know, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? You know, he had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. But it became even more popular to our culture.
Is it legal to not show up? Rikishi has brutalized Austin lately.
Austin will be here, Byron. I just refuse to think anything else.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall
Rikishi in the last couple of weeks than we knew about him his entire career here in WWE. He said he ran over Austin not for himself, but for The Rock.
Right, and now he's coming out here, and I guess if Austin doesn't show up, the general manager is going to have to come out here and declare this is a forfeit, and Rikishi's going to win it. This man makes me sick. Is he here?
Well, there's the Rattlesnakes music.
He's here. Austin's here. Stone Cold Steve Austin came here with no fear, no hesitation, just revenge.
His opponents from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Austin fought for his life to make it back here, to make Rikishi pay.
Now there is no way Rikishi can escape the Texan.
It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge.
It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight.
Byron, a lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are over. This is no holds barred.
Oh, power slam.
We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Back and forth we go. Oof. So much pride, so much resiliency on display. Toe to toe, treating each other like heavyweights. They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this. Who will break first? That is the question.
Rikishi feeling like he has a job.
Both superstars just unloaded, putting it all on the line.
That shot will give you the upper hand. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Right to the top.
You gotta be kidding me!
Soaring through the sky and crashing onto their opponent.
Anything Austin is trying is being suppressed.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble.
This conflict is beyond disturbing. Corey, what's going through Rikishi's mind when it comes to defeating Stone Cold?
Rikishi has to be prepared to endure an emotional storm like he's never felt before. The big man must recover from that and use his weight to immobilize the Rattlesnake, because we know Austin will not stay down.
The other getting pummeled. And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to honor Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi's going to do.
Oh, complete deadlift. This is incredible.
Gut-wrench.
Rikishi looking to finish the job from 10 months ago. Rikishi hoisting up his opponent.
Rikishi's driver.
Rikishi may have put the exclamation on this one.
We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about the Rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man. Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawling. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipated.
Still fighting back. Look at him go. Sliding back into the ring. Scaling the turnbuckle here. Taking this thing out onto the floor now. And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
Well, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all The Rock's success.
He wants this fight on the outside.
Jawbreaker! Call the dentist. Austin stomping at Rikishi's heart. That's if Rikishi even has a damn heart. And he gets delivered back into the ring. The rattlesnake heads up high. From the top. Oh,
Piercing elbow
For the win.
and a strong kick out in one.
Still going to take a massive effort to keep him down. Rikishi able to dodge that. As we set up in the corner of the ring.
Piling damage onto the torso.
Getting up if I were him.
Shoulder tackle.
Guys, look at the eyes. This could be a precursor to an end.
Lifted and completely helpless here.
Running power slam. Only running on instinct to keep fighting. Completely lost otherwise.
Ricocheting off the turnbuckles.
And Austin fends him off. Carried in a jeopardizing position here. Are you kidding me? Stepping out of the ring here.
Watching, waiting, and we know exactly what he's thinking. Holy, meet the barricade.
I don't know what they're looking for here.
And now with him going for the table, we're just in straight up appetite for destruction territory here.
And he now slides back into the ring.
Taken to the floor, and he's got no worries about the count.
Big time clothesline.
Good grief.
A plethora of ways to get imaginative up there, none of which are sanctioned by the WWE.
Thesz press.
Here comes Austin.
Austin with a Thesz press. Now rapid fire rights from the rattlesnake.
Ah, what a smash.
That is just insulting.
And battling out a very unsafe and precarious area.
There's plenty of ways this could go wrong fighting up on the stage like this.
Ooh, bullseye.
His body is taking a lot of punishment.
Caving in the abdomen. Seeing them fighting on the stage like this. This is not going to end well. Escapes out of that attack. Dominating shoulder tackle. The ramp is no place for duking it out.
Unless you're looking to do real damage, then it's the perfect place.
rotate things into the ring.
Looks like he has something planned with his table, guys.
I don't want to know.
A show of confidence from Rikishi.
He's making his way to ringside now.
Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. All that he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human.
Sent into the stairs. That'll stop anybody.
Exiting the ring, taking the action outside.
There's been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks, and this Albany crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans? No, not at all. He truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for. Punch.
Attacked in the midsection. Pulls their opponent in.
Belly to belly.
Letting him get to a standing base, moments away from having him exactly where he wants. And this is our cue to get out of Dodge fast.
You don't have to tell me twice. Full impact. I don't like where this is going.
Yeah. And Rikishi slows Austin down with a thunder. I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake has taken it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi. Did to him. Uh-oh.
He done. Rikishi driver.
And Austin is out.
Sent crashing right into the ring post.
He's looking for an implement of destruction under the ring.
Bat in hand, stepping up to the plate indeed.
He goes back into the ring here.